Hello dear viewers, today I will tell you about interesting facts about camels. Enjoy watching. It is often said that camels are able not to drink for a week. And it is true, but they can lose up to 40% of their body weight due to dehydration. There is a well-known case when an animal that did not drink for 8 days lost 100 kilograms of weight, but then in 10 minutes it drank 103 liters of water, compensating the loss without harming itself. In hot and dry deserts, one can't waste moisture, and camels are perfectly adapted to saving it. Even their droppings come out so dry that they can be used as fuel for a fire, as Bedouins and Arabs have been doing with success for centuries. They have a keen sense of smell, and their noses are particularly sensitive to changes in the humidity of the air. Due to this feature, they can smell a body of water at a distance of up to 50 to 60 kilometers. Camel urine has traditionally been used in Arab countries to treat a wide variety of ailments, from hair loss to dropsy abdomen. In Yemen, for example, it is still used today, and it can easily cost up to $20 per liter. The WHO, World Health Organization, has repeatedly stated that using camel urine is deadly. Camel racing is incredibly popular in the UAE, but it is an entertainment only for the cosmically rich sheiks. The cost of a thoroughbred racing camel is in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, and each such animal is a source of pride to its owner. Camel fights have been popular in Turkey for centuries, although nowadays they are only held in the countryside. It is a cruel sport, but it does not lead to the death of the animals involved. The fight ends when one of the camels admits defeat by lying down on the ground or trying to escape. You should not tease the camels because they can easily spit at the annoying person. They spit extremely accurately, and these spits stink just awful, because these animals spit not just saliva, but stomach fluids. A camel is depicted on the coat of arms of Chelyabinsk, but it would seem, where is Chelyabinsk, and where are the camels? But there is a simple explanation. In the past, through Chelyabinsk passed numerous caravan routes, and these animals were frequent guests here. In ancient times and in the Middle Ages, fighting camels were actively used in the armies of different countries. Most often they were used as transport animals, but Berbers and Arabs, for example, about 3,000 years ago, were actively using camel cavalry. Each animal usually had two warriors on its back, one of which was armed with a spear and the other with a bow and arrow. Unlike horses, camels are not able to remove excess heat, so when they overheat while running, they only increase their body temperature by a few degrees. But such overheating has an effect on them, so they are not able to run for a long time at high speed. However, at short distances, camels are able to reach a speed of up to 65 kilometers per hour. In the past, camel mail was popular in Central Asia, Australia, and Africa. It was actively used even in the Soviet Union, and even relatively recently, about 100 years ago. Later it was superseded by automobiles and motorcycles, but in some remote corners of Asia it is still in use. There is a common myth on the net that the word camel in Arabic means beauty. This is not true. It comes from the Gothic language, and the Goths in turn borrowed it from the ancient Indians, and the original word meant elephant. Another myth claims that these animals store accumulated water in their humps. This is not true. The camel's humps store fat reserves that serve two purposes. First, it's a store of nutrients and moisture, and second, the fat helps them regulate their body temperature. The rough skin on camels' lips is a prime example of modification variability. There is almost no vegetation in the desert, and the easiest thing to find here is a camel's thorn. In the course of evolutionary processes, the lips of these animals have coarsened enough to eat these thorny plants without fear of injury. In desert and arid countries, camel's milk is a popular food item. It is very nutritious and contains almost all substances necessary for normal vital functions of the body. A person eating only it could live for about a month. Camels can be two-humped, Bactrians, and one-humped, dromedaries. In the relatively recent past, huge herds of wild dromedaries were found in many regions, but only their domestic and repeatedly feral congeners have survived to this day. The largest population of feral dromedary camels in the world lives, oddly enough, in Australia. During the second half of 19th century, many of these animals were brought to this continent, and now the number of their wild population is estimated at 50 to 100,000 individuals. The camel's thorn is an incredibly tenacious plant, capable of growing in the driest desert. Its roots can go 15 to 20 meters underground to reach underground water sources. Interesting fact, in botanical terms, camelina's relatives are beans, peas and other legumes. Pregnancy in camels lasts longer than in the vast majority of living creatures on Earth, usually from 1 year to 1 year and 3 months. Although elephants, for example, have gestation periods of up to 22 months. Currently, there are only a few hundred wild two-humped camels left in the wild, and scientists doubt that they will manage to survive. Humans domesticated these animals long ago, but their wild relatives were gradually forced out of the territories they occupied, putting them on the brink of extinction.